Yeah, hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. Bitcoin is, continues to be below 40K. We had a bit of a drop earlier today, a little bit lower, but yeah, it continues to hold sort of above this ascending trend line on the Bitcoin chart. We're going to take a look at that. Overall, the altcoins reacting to the current drop, more volatile. Yeah, Bitcoin last 24 hours, 2% down. The altcoins partially all the way up to 6 or even here nearly 9% of the Near protocol, but Near performed quite well over the last few days anyway. So we can see that Bitcoin here continues to be in this downtrend. It started to turn around up here with a MACD momentum shift, and we are now moving down. We have moved down all the way to the support level of this channel in which Bitcoin actually is moving. We have here on the chart the Elliott Wave count, the bearish count, the immediate sell-off count that I think is most likely now that Bitcoin has moved close to the support level of that channel and the way Bitcoin currently behaves. But obviously we cannot deny the fact that this ascending channel is a very, very important one, and really until we get out of it, things can move up and down in here, right? So it's always only a temporary snapshot of the chart. So what we can see here with this Elliott Wave count, I would assume that we have completed our larger wave 4 here currently, So we did come down in a wave 3 here, from all the way up there. Had our this is not the actual current wave count, so this was based on the fact that the assumption that we have here an A, B, C. Therefore, you could see all of this as a 5-wave move. All of this is a correction moving into this green target area in a wave B, and you would then come down in the yellow area in a wave C. This alternative wave count here, I would need to add here the waves 1 and 2, and then you had here your wave 3. This is the wave 4, and we are then coming down in a wave 5 without actually moving into this green target area up here. So this is the alternative way, where we would move up first in an extended correction, in a more extended correction, before we then come down. But my preferred option is that we do the sell-off straight away. I did explain it in one of the last videos that, when you go to New York, you fly or whatever, there are different ways of getting there, and this is all we can look at here. There are, in my opinion, 2 main ways how we can get there. This way, up first and then come down, will take considerably longer, or we do that sell-off straight away. I would prefer the sell-off straight away. I like it much more. I hope we get there fast. I hope we can complete our correction. And I think, the correction will only be completed if we get here. So let's be clear, there is one destination, but 2 ways to get there, or 2 main ways to get there. These are for me the most likely ones. And currently, where are we here short term? And basically for everybody who's new on the channel, this is on 2 different, this is based on 2 different Elliott Wave counts, in my opinion, the most likely ones. And the most likely one is here currently on the chart, in my opinion. So we already made our wave 1, 2. We are currently in a wave 3, and the wave 3 is currently holding that area for the wave 3. So again, just by applying the Elliott Wave rules and Fibonacci levels, you have a wave 3 target of at least a 1.618 FIB extension that was roughly below 41K. And the price reacted very well so far to the 200% FIB extension. That's a good target for a wave 3 as well. At the moment, I would assume that here the downtrend comes to a halt. Well, it has stopped already, and we currently have a bit of up and down, a bit of consolidation, and I would now expect a move up, a short move up into this region. That would be the wave 4 target area between 42.3 and 43.5. This is the most likely one. I think it started already at 41K. But this is less likely. So the minimum it needs to do in this move up is to reach the 41K level, and then it could continue its way down in a wave 5. So this here currently is my view that this is a wave 3. Now, I don't know, of course, where the wave 3 low is. If we drop below this previous low, which is the 200% FIB extension, then this would be below 39K, I would say, If you drop below that, in my opinion, next support would be here around 36.5K, and that would be another opportunity to start a wave 4. That said, if we don't reach that wave 4 target area, because then what we are seeing here is an extended wave 3. Yeah. So at the moment, because we still are in a downtrend, so until that downtrend is really stopped and goes in a temporary uptrend, yeah, we also have to consider that the wave 3 is not over yet, because you can still draw here a descending trend line. So we're still in a downtrend very clearly at the moment. What we're doing here is looking a bit like a bearish flag. So without a doubt, until we have a temporary uptrend started, and it would only be a small one in my opinion anyway, this is still a downtrend, and we have to see the risk that we might actually drop lower. So if we take a look on the 4-hour chart here, what you're forming here is actually a bearish pennant at the moment. So you're coming down here quite strongly, you're consolidating here, but you can see how we are moving in this triangle. So trend continuation pattern from here, we could actually drop to the downside, yeah, without a problem. So as I said, just because I expect here now a wave 4 retracement, I mean, that is based on these target levels for a wave 3, but don't get me wrong, a wave 3 can also be a bit longer. Yeah, certainly. It's not unusual for a cryptocurrency to reach one of these other extension targets in a wave 3. So we would then, if we don't now reach a level of at least 41K and we drop lower, then we have to assume the wave 3 wasn't over, and we are gonna see here a bit of more of an extended wave 3. If we see the wave 4 up and then we start the wave 5 down, we have to assume that the wave 5 has to be extended. And that's not a problem. A wave 5 can absolutely be an extended wave. The wave 3 doesn't need to be the longest one. It sometimes is, in fact it often is, but it just must not be the shortest one. It can also be shorter than wave 5, of course it can. Yeah, so this is what I'm looking at here. If the price is going up, yeah, that would currently be my expectation here, that we turn around here, but bearing in mind we're forming a bearish pennant here at the moment. So if we really go up into this wave 4 target area, then I am assuming that we're coming down here in a wave 5 until we really break above the 43.5K level. If you really go above that, and at a maximum I would give it the 44.2. If we move above that, because this is the wave 1 low, if we move above that, in my opinion, that downtrend here has been invalidated, and then we're already going up. We need to bear in mind we're in a channel, we're in a different or difficult environment at the moment, globally a difficult market anyway, and we see a lot of volatility currently, and as long as you are in this channel, yeah, certainly it can actually go on for a while. But we also need to bear in mind the longer a channel exists, the weaker it gets. Yeah, this has to do with the situation that the more often a support line is touched, it breaks more easily. Same with resistance, and that is just for the fact that a lot of people obviously then see this channel. I mean, everybody knows this channel now, you know, it's sort of everybody sees it, everybody tries to trade it, and of course when everybody tries to do that, it's getting too obvious, and then it often gets broken. Yeah, that therefore the longer this carries on, the more likely it is that we are breaking out either side of this channel, and that I think it would be a relief either way, honestly, because I think nobody really likes this bloody channel, because it really takes a long time and it's sort of draining. It doesn't really, the problem with that is, I mean, I always like to see progress in a chart, yeah. I like to see new waves develop, I like to see the progress. And currently we don't see the progress. We currently just see that we are in a more complex correction, and yeah, maybe already this downtrend started, and maybe this 5-wave pattern to the downside started. Would be amazing, because then if we have one more move up and then come down, that would be for me the confirmation that we're getting here into this region between 20 and 29K. As long as we are in this channel, there is still a possibility that we turn around. Yeah, absolutely. So as I said, primarily I do expect here a move up in that wave 4 target range, but the price is currently not really moving away from this ascending trend line. It needs to do that fairly soon. If it doesn't, then the risk obviously increases that we actually see here an extended wave 3 and we come down further. So as I said, the end destination remains the same, but there are different ways of getting there. One more reason why I think we should see here a temporary turnaround is as well because the 4-hour chart, the 8-hour chart, they're all oversold. The 4-hour might now have recovered. Yeah, it has. 4-hour has recovered a little bit. The 8-hour is still oversold. Yeah, and we can see currently here the negative momentum reduce on the 8-hour. Now, if this shifts, yeah, if this continues like that and we see a bullish crossover, that could really take us into this region here. Yeah, so what then will appear is probably something like an inverse head and shoulders. A lot of people are going to talk about that, but again, they don't always need to work out, right? Could do something like that, but then come down. Okay, and that's how I currently see here the Bitcoin chart. Yeah, so very exciting at the moment, very interesting. It always is when you are very, very close here to a potential breakout point. As you can see here, that structure doesn't look good at all. It doesn't look impulsive, of course. It looks very bearish. It looks very corrective. Yeah, it looks very corrective. So you can see that we are forming here some sort of a triangle. It's a bit of a weird one, but you can draw it like that in some sort of a pennant, yeah, triangle fashion. And that would be, as I said, a trend continuation pattern where you would break out to the upside here above 40.1k and to the downside to 39.4k. So that's interesting to have that on the chart. Certainly keep an eye on it. And yeah, that is my view on Bitcoin. Hopefully you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then check out the channel membership. Make sure you also follow us on Twitter and Instagram. The official social media links are all in the video description. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.